way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
% of Michigan youth who drink report doing so in their own or someone else's home. There's no way to my child's friends to help ensure their safety when they're away. As a parent, make it clear to your child that drinking is not acceptable.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school and
sometimes get intense.
So here's our perspective to make the experience more fun for everyone.
we know it's
It makes the game more enjoyable when we hear you cheering positively.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
Official. Remember that you are representing our school.
As much as we want to win, just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with their coaches. They have a tough job.
You can support them by accepting their decisions
and being thankful for all the time they have devoted to making us better.
Showing empathy and support to everyone involved is important.
Remember, you are the ones that set the example.
Thanks for coming to our games, taking us to practice, and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do it without you.
Hello everybody and welcome to SPSN, where we show your game. I'm Nick Wisniewski along with JB Ricks, and we've got an SEC Red matchup tonight. We're coming from Dexter High School. Dexter Dreadnoughts taking on the visiting, very tough Huron River Rats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huron River Rats coming in after having their 7-game winning streak snapped against U of D Jesuit last week. And, of course, they are considered to be the #1 team in the country, but it was only a 1-point loss, which ended their winning streak. They bounced back mightily against Bedford and Lincoln and Memorial in their game to go ahead and get back to winning 2 games in a row. I talked to Coach Zach Dupre earlier this week, and he has said that they have a focus like never before after that loss to U of D, and now they have found their rhythm, and they do feel like they are one of the best teams in the state, and they hope to put that on display tonight here in Dexter.
Yeah, second meeting for these two teams, right? It was a big win for Huron the first time out. You mentioned Coach Zach. He is down there rocking an absolutely sweet pullover right now. I want to find out where he got it from. Maybe our roving reporter, Soleil Pope-White, will ask him about that. But let's send it down to Soleil in just a moment. But first, you mentioned a little bit about everything that Huron's been doing. We've got our keys to the game here for the Rats. You know, defense, that is a Huron staple for my entire life, right? Whether they're doing the full court press, whether they're man-to-man, switching it up on zone, that's always been a thing for them. Hitting free throws, obviously important for any victory.
Yeah.
But really something to talk about was what Dexter needs to do to not run into those same issues for that first game.
I mean, well, it always comes down to defense and rebounding, right? I mean, those are two of the most underrated factors of this game we call basketball. So if you come in and you can dominate on the boards and get it done on the defensive side of the ball, then you might give your chance a solid chance to pull off that upset, winning the turnover battle. That's always key. You want to protect the ball. You want to have good offensive efficiency. And then, obviously, you just want to finish strong no matter where you're at on either side of the court. And if Dexter wants to pull off that upset, they're going to have to hit on all 3 of those ingredients.
And I love that last one is keep the crowd in the game. This is out here at Dexter. The weather is not amazing, but they're pulling in a good crowd. And against a big opponent, that's something you're going to have to keep everybody involved and keep that student section, who just came behind us a moment ago, involved and on their toes. Always on our toes is Soleil Pope-White. She's down with Coach Zach right now. Nice.
About this team this year and what you guys have gone through so far.
I mean, first and foremost, this is a great group of young men. It's really fun to be around them every day. And I've been around Makari, Jaden, Caleb, and Yassine for 4 years now. And just seeing them all grow up and become men has been a really fun thing for me. And this has been a really fun ride. I'm excited to see what this group of seniors has in store for this last little third of the season.
And you as well, you're a Huron alumni, and you're in your 9th year coaching here at Huron. Tell me what makes this team so special.
I mean, first off, I'll start with numbers. Offensively, we're one of the most efficient teams we've ever been. Effective field goal percentage is up here, 55, 60%. We're scoring the ball at a very high clip, and then when we decide to guard, our defense is also stifling. We've had complete buy-in from the group about what it takes to win, and everyone's being selfless, willing to do the extra thing, make the extra pass, and that sort of energy is contagious.
And what are some things that you guys do to keep that energy contagious for your team?
I mean, truthfully, it starts with our leader, number 21. Makari comes in every day with a smile on his face, trying to give everybody else energy, and everybody else falls in. Us coaches, as you've come to understand, also have quite a bit of energy, so we balance each other out nicely, fight over who gets to have the aux cord for the music. We keep it light, and these kids make it super easy because they're so willing to do what it takes to do winning.
Now, there's a word that goes around, and it's the Breslin way, or the Huron way, I should say, to get to the Breslin. What does the Huron way mean to you and your team, and how do you guys implement that?
So the Huron way, Coach Smaha and his coaching staff developed years ago, and it's just a creed that we live by of qualities of a Huron basketball player that include preparation, unity, toughness, and we go through a lot. I mean, the year clock basis to try to instill those values and live those values. And since Coach Samaha set the framework for me and Mo when we were young people in his program, it was very seamless for us to continue to teach the way Coach Samaha taught us.
And then going into this game tonight against Dexter, Dexter is a smart yet disciplined team. What's the game plan going into tonight?
I think we're just going to try to focus on doing what we've been doing. We're going to communicate at a high level on defense. We're going to try to get the ball moving side to side, get everybody involved, and try to get the ball into the paint and dominate the paint like we did in the first matchup.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, she's done.
I'm good.
It can sometimes get intense.
So here's our perspective to make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and yell during games, but we all make mistakes.
It makes the game more enjoyable when we hear you cheering positively.
Referees are human. Respect their decision.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with their coaches. They have a tough job.
You can support them by showing empathy and support to everyone involved is important.
Remember, you are the ones that set the example.
By supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you. We couldn't do it without you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Principal Molly Noah and Superintendent Dr. Chris Timmons, we welcome you to Dexter High School for tonight's SEC Varsity Boys Basketball Contest between the Ann Arbor Huron River Rats and your Dexter Dreadnoughts. Tonight's contest will be played in accordance with the rules of the Michigan High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for good sportsmanship among coaches, players, and fans. Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country as we proudly play our national anthem.
But I do understand Mother Nature can have her way at times. We got a little snow coming down out here, so maybe it made for a treacherous commute for some. But somebody, you know, like we spoke about earlier, Nick, some of y'all right around the corner. Come on out here and enjoy some Friday night hoops. See one of the best teams in the state, one of the best players in the state, and support, you know what I mean, your team coming through and trying to pull that upset off. But you know what? The people that are in this building tonight, I can promise you they're going to get a show, and we will let you all know how it goes down.
Well, and like you said, this is the second meeting between these two teams. The first one definitely did not go the way that Dexter would have liked, but there's something to be said for seeing a team second time around, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing them second time around, you know, you got a little bit more film to work off of, and obviously your scouting report is going to be a little bit more in-depth, but, you know, there's also a familiarity that comes with it. These teams know each other. They know what they like. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. So I expect to see both sides try to take advantage of that tonight on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, look for Huron to jump out to a quick start. They tend to be a more athletic team. They've got some guys that can really hustle. I mean, obviously some guys that can shoot and do everything else. This is a really complete team. But they are fast, they are athletic, so they're going to try to get out and jump on Dexter early and try to bury them right from the jump.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, to U of D last week. They've won 2 straight against Saline and Bedford, and like I told you earlier, Coach Zach has said this team has a focus that he has not seen, where they want to come out and dominate and show these teams that they are one of the best in the state, and I expect nothing less than that type of performance here against Dexter.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like dropping a game to get you recentered and refocused, getting you back to the fundamentals and getting you to work that little bit harder.
Definitely looking forward to seeing that, and you know, Coach Zach also had a lot of great things to say about Mac, what he's doing as far as a leader too, and how his teammates are following him and his lead, and that's what's been most impressive.
William Simpson wins the tip there. Move that forward though for the River Rats. Calling that one out of bounds, so it'll be Huron ball. Dom Kurzasawick. He's had quite a career. He's coming up in some milestones, JB.
Yeah, he's coming up on 1,000 career points here at Huron, so hopefully he'll inch closer to that tonight with a good performance.
Kurzasawick, a serious outside threat, but he's known to work it inside, and he's got great vision, like so many of these Huron players do. Really unselfish brand of basketball that these Rats play. There's McCarr, full court press.
Yeah, Mac Moore coming into this game 92 points away from being the all-time leading scorer. Defense already at it.
And I haven't, in all the games that I've watched here on play so far, this JB, this is the first game I've seen them start out in that full court press. So like I said, they're really interested in getting off to a high.
A long night for you boys tonight, so I think that's the mentality they're coming in with.
And Huron's bench is long. It's not just 5, 6, 7. See tonight.
100%.
Kurzasawick now works around Mac Moore.
Dexter working the 2-3 zone.
Three-pointer, nothing but twine out there for Jaden Kiefer.
Shifty J.
River Rats working that trap. Shot went up there. Jack DeMerrill, though, no good, and the River Rats moving in transition. Already up 5-0. Kiefer from the corner, no go.
Got to finish that, though.
Great pass there. Great look underneath by the Dreadnoughts, but you're right. Long three-pointer there, Jack DeMerrill. And he got his Dreadnoughts back in this one. 5-3 now for
around there, and then getting a second chance point, and then it comes up and ends up being 3 points off of the offensive rebound.
DeMerrill there with that high defense. Nice pass looking down low. Finds Caleb Brown under.
That 2-3 zone defense up. So Dexter might want to think about getting out of that pretty soon here.
Great ball movement. Kurzasawick there. Not afraid
Great
to shoot.
rebound.
Nice tip in, back in. That's Morning right there.
Beautiful, beautiful putback right there. He was wide open. That gave him an easy two-piece.
Movement, Kurzasawick there. Stifling defense right now for the rest. DeMerrill again. Man, Jack DeMerrill, his second three-pointer of the night.
And Coach Mo is not happy with that at all. He's calling it a meeting. We've got ourselves a 9-6 game right now, and Coach Mo wants to talk it over.
Yeah, he needs to talk that over. Right now, that defense is doing a nice job of sending that extra long pass over top, which is a guaranteed way to beat an over-aggressive defense, an over-aggressive zone especially.
For their stifling defense and whatnot, and they just got back-to-back open three-pointers, and that's why Coach Mo's like, nah, let's talk it over.
Well, it's like you said, Dexter's got more tape on them. They've played them, they've seen what worked and what didn't work, and they've a little chink in the armor of that Huron defense as of right now.
So far. It's still early, though.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
see if they'll make an adjustment coming out of this timeout.
No. That's Caden Morning starting things out, looking for his wing play. Pass one last time down low. No go for Caleb Brown, though.
Got to finish that, though. And as you see, Dexter has already called it quits on the defensive possession.
Man-to-man for the Rats.
Oh,
Makari Moore, nice job working around up in transition. Morning, they're going to call that on the ground. So Caden Morning.
But he did not have his feet set, so good call by the ref. Morning's going to go ahead and get 2 free throws here.
Yeah, and that's my thought. I thought they said that was a foul. Morning knocks them both down. The Rats then find themselves with a 11-6 lead.
When these kids about these free throws, Morning coming through and knocking them both down, showing the poise. Nice trap here.
Everybody out, just flying around. DeMerrill doing a nice job, though, once again, making a move, making a fake, going baseline, and finishing for another bucket. He's got all 8 for the Dreadnoughts.
Exactly. I was just going to say, I love the aggressiveness for his team right now. And he's putting them on his back right now, scoring the first 8 points for the team.
Yeah, DeMerrill, June defense is doing and finding his opening spots. Three-pointer hits. 14-8 now for Huron.
Beautiful stroke there by Max, shooting over the top of that offensive zone, that defensive zone that Dexter was putting up. Shoot them out of that tonight at all.
DeMerrill one more time. He's feeling a little bit of a heat check there, maybe.
That was a heat check, yes.
Of a shot as he'd been seeing so far. And with 3:40 to go here in this first quarter, it's DeMerrill.
Dexter sticking with the zone. There's something that they obviously like about it.
There's a slick behind. Tip there by Nate Sidney.
Yeah, Huron's not having a hard time getting any shot that they want, whether it's in that zone or against Dexter's man defense.
Man defense trying to get a pick up top. Sidney now gets taken. DeMerrill, though, runs into Kiefer. No problem, though.
He is showing absolutely no fear out here tonight against these River Rats. He scored all 10 points for Dexter.
He's doing it inside, and he's just feeling it.
Keeping them in this game, too.
Moore all out. A nice switch back over. He's got his man Simpson in the corner. Three-pointer offline. River Rats working around Kurzasawa. Kurzasawa, like you said, shooters are going to shoot. So
shooters going to shoot
if
all day.
If it's open, he's going to take it. And he's not going to miss those all night.
Doesn't
They're
matter
going to start the. These Dexter bigs have got no problem stretching the floor a little bit and trying to go outside. Makari Moore, no problem.
Oh, he's just showing
up
off.
And under, gets his own rebound. More paint points for Makari Moore.
Mac Moore just showing off on right there with the up and under layup. Goes off the glass. He collects his own rebounds and puts it right back in. The alpha dog already at it.
Yeah, Moore almost looked like he was.
There you go. Active hands right there leads to a turnover for Dexter.
And the River Rats seem to be really honing in on DeMerrill right now, obviously. Moore gets himself a little bit of a blow with 1:39 to go.
Yeah, good idea. Let him get a nice look.
6-point lead as of right now. Not a problem, is they're going to go inside anyways. River Rats definitely have a smaller lineup right now, and Dexter has
a size advantage.
Nonetheless, goes in for it, takes the punishment.
It's a beautiful take by Mourning there to get that and one, son. And look at this, Mac is not going to get the chance. Right back into the game.
Yeah, what'd that buy him, about 20 seconds?
Just a little bit, maybe more, give or take.
Players, but he has no fear going in down low, regardless of who's down there to meet him.
None at all.
Pressure. That's number 10, Kinley Poole out.
Huron with a comfortable 9-point lead right now, but I promise you they want to go ahead and extend that by
little something off the chin. Hits the deck, no call made there. Now DeMerrill gets the ball sent up to him.
Great outlet pass right there to DeMerrill. He goes in and finishes off the and one. Dexter trying to keep the
DeMerrill's been all world for the Dreadnoughts so far tonight. Dreadnoughts wearing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but I believe Mr. Jack DeMerrill has all 13 of Dexter's points.
All 13 points.
Good.
Obviously, the River Rats are going to be zeroing in on him. He's going to have to find an open teammate here and there.
At some point, Coach Mo is going to put some type of defensive adjustment on him to get him to slow down a little bit.
There's more. Hits it.
Sidney Mean with it, man, getting an open look screen, and he knocks it down from the wing.
17 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Non-stop action. Oh, they're going to call Makari Moore on the foul there.
Mac didn't like that call. He thought he got away with the thievery.
Hands on the body and put a little something into it. The problem there is Moore is just so strong. I mean, he's a tough kid.
Absolutely.
An eye on that pick up high. That's number 34. I think that's Owen Winder. If I'm not mistaken, he plays center for the Dreadnoughts football team.
There we go. Finally,
there's 7 right now.
Yeah, great finish for Dexter there.
You may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And here we are, start of the second right now. JB, can you summarize that first quarter for us?
Great aggressive from the River that they've developed over the last 2 games. And I feel like they did that in the first quarter, coming out with a 7-point lead and being able to work through the zones and the man-to-man defense. And they showed that they can adjust to anything that they brought, that Dexter would bring to the table. Up by 7.
Yeah, Huron doing a lot of different ways, a lot of three-pointers from different players, going down low where those opportunities. We're going to say, there's Owen Winder again. He had that bucket at the end of the first quarter. Not quite enough on that one.
Had a good look there. You got to finish that. You got to put the right amount of touch on there if you're going to finish that. Nice pass, Mac.
There's quite hold on to that one. Moore continues to find his dudes down low. Steps in, finds his man outside. Huron doing a great job continuing on with the passing. One more to Makari Moore.
And they are rewarded for the extra passing, and that is definitely something that I learned about this team this week, that they are playing such great unselfish.
Yeah, that one more pass mentality goes a long way, and we've seen it all night so far for the River Rats. Makari Moore now in transition. Timeout, that's got to be a Dexter timeout.
That's right, Nick. The Dreadnoughts want to talk that over because my quarter, Huron is here to make a statement, and they're continuing that rhythm going into this second quarter, and now they have themselves a 12-point lead.
More rhythm down on.
Huron up, leading on their team, having a press, but Coach also felt like they were falling short on the defensive side, and he broke that press. Huron was able to come back into it on the defense and really checking their player, Nate Sidney, who's been aggressive on defense for the Huron team. Huron looking to come underway.
Crushing it as always. Whoever some of her broadcast teachers were, they must be awfully proud of her right now. She is outstanding. You know, Dexter now out of that timeout. You're never going to say, like, man, you got to get a bucket, but they really.
Away with this one fast.
And there was Simpson just a little bit off kilter on that shot up there. Up slightly short on that one.
Great look by Mac to drive and kick it out to Sidney. Sidney's got to put a little bit more oomph on it.
Defense up there, just trying to get out there and get somebody, and there is that more action from him.
Wow.
Gets it up to Dom Kurzawa. Oh, couldn't get the turnaround to find an opening.
I think Mac is up to like 3 steals already, man. He is being very aggressive on the defensive end.
He's flying around all over, trying to make something happen off to his left.
Ooh. There's another steal. Another steal by Mac. Throw it up.
Kurzawa now a little better. DeMerrill now finds his man Hayden Harm there. That's offline.
They needed that one.
No problem though, Makari Moore and the River Rats. The route may have begun.
Mac range, the NBA range on that last three-pointer, and let's go ahead and make that a 10-0 run for Huron to begin this second quarter.
Until this run, or even in the middle of this run, it didn't really feel like Dexter was this far down, but you look down at that scoreboard, and that's a real problem.
Knew that coming in, and that's why they came out with the aggressiveness that they did in the first quarter, and it was pretty much a game. Themselves down 17 points.
Well, I think Makari Moore on the defensive end has got a lot to do with that, right? They're not even, he's not even allowing players like Jack DeMerrill. He's got himself a few steals, and just stopping the ball from coming into Jack DeMerrill is
another steal.
Another slick move there. Dom Kurzawa.
Showing no mercy tonight, Nick. Huron is showing no mercy at all. They're going to continue to be aggressive on defense. They're going to continue to go after steals. They're going to
outright thievery by all of these swing players for the River Rats.
Oh.
Not giving a single inch. And then even getting those opportunities to trap.
Dexter, any favors here tonight? So Dexter, anything that you want, you're going to have to go earn it.
Wow, Kurosawa so far out, trying to match Mac Moore shot for shot. That one didn't quite get down though.
Second quarter, why not go ahead and throw up a long range? Mac hit one. Dom, you got the stroke. You got the long range game. He gave it a shot. Maybe he'll give it another shot later this quarter.
The job of is calling out those picks and sliding by them where it's possible.
Right now, Dexter really needs a bucket. They have not even scored in this second quarter so far, and we are
rolls in ever so smoothly. Nate Sidney doing it.
Fooled by his size, folks. This kid plays like he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, so many of these smalls for the River Rats have no problem going in down low.
That is their first bucket of this entire quarter, which came under the 3-minute mark.
Kiefer long three. Woo! Off the glass.
Did he call it?
Perfect corner. Marking shot. Knocks that one down, and everybody from the River Rats getting
17-2 run here in the second quarter for the River Rats. Oh, you got to make those bunnies there.
You really need to get that one down, especially when you're down this many points.
He should have dunked it like he did on the last possession. I don't know why he didn't. You got the hops.
Of giving your guys a little chance to calm down, slow down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got all those timeouts. You might as well use them regardless. You've been playing this entire quarter that way, strong. Do that to finish this bad boy out and have a...
Yeah, right you are on that. That lead going into halftime is always huge, but I think what the River... Even Coach Mo is down there sitting in a chair. He stopped those quad exercises at this point, and he just wants to have a seat.
Got work to do, even though we're up by 22 with just over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter.
And
still a long ways to go.
Take a step back and listen to a little Rick.
Let's see if Coach Mo did tell them, hey, finish this quarter strong, regardless of our lead right now. I still want you guys to finish this quarter strong. Let's see how... Yeah, Dexter went back to the zone there, and it actually worked this time.
There's a three-point hit by Ben Murphy.
Maybe that'll give the Dreadnoughts a little...
At a time. I know it's cliche, I know it's old, but...
It's the truth, though. You got to chip away, and you're not going to be able to chip away if you can't get stops on the defensive end.
Around down underneath the hoop. Another long three there. That one offline. Ben Murphy didn't have the same result as previously.
Oh!
Sidney now comes up with that one on the River Rats.
Facets of the game tonight, but the defense leading to those transition buckets is really helping them out.
Huron continues that ball movement. A lot of favorable, just a really soft rim going on down there.
All right, coming up on.
Ball pops out. Nate Sidney, Johnny on the spot now. 20.
Get the last shot.
Yeah, I've got to think the Rats are holding for just something here, but with 10 seconds left, they better make something happen quickly. They're not trying to do any sort of ISO. For the Huron River Rats.
It was Dexter who got the buzzer beater to end, but it was Huron who came out with the vengeance in the second quarter, and they ended with the buzzer beater, giving themselves a 26-point lead going into the break. Huron dominating as we expected.
Yeah, Dexter can only hope it was a 16-point. Half coming up though, so stick around for SPSN Sports.
Can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention.
addictions. Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use
media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping. You talk, they hear you.
Mom, can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this? Safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita.
Dolly, I've got the battery pack.
Keep my phone powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Oh, we have to get to Mom and Dad's and get them somewhere safe. I've got the evacuation route loaded on my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got...
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA site has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile playoff pairings and game times. Or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we...
Powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every drunk driving.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your... Be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice. Hard.
Shown that high school student athletes are at a greater risk for alcohol use. Our season to make sure my team understands, I expect them not to use alcohol. I set rules necessary to be a part of my team, and I make sure my students enforce them consistently, and don't make exceptions for your favorite players or the most talented. If someone breaks the rules, hold them accountable. I do my...
Danny.
Danny! Laps. Danny! She's overdosing.
When no one else knows what...
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I've really enjoyed the way we decided to embrace. I think we decided to talk, we decided to get out into space, and then it led to some easy hoops in transition for us. In that second quarter, and we get the guys at the end of the bench some time to get in the game and rock.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action getting ready to get going here on SPSN. JB, you were running around like a maniac. You got stats. You were looking after your kid. But we won't worry about Junior. Let's talk about what.
First half flowed. Obviously, Matt coming through as the leading scorer, 13 points for him. But we saw number 0, Jack McDarrell, 0 points in the second quarter. So whatever adjustment he made, it definitely worked. And then obviously Morning had a strong first, did what they said they were going to do and continue that momentum that they've created from the past 2 games, and they dominated and ended up with a 26-point lead going into the half.
And as they've shown tonight, as they show so often, they can do it in so many different ways. They've hit 3-pointers. They're playing stellar, crisp, on point tonight.
And they're making extra passes. That's what's really helping them out when it comes to those possessions where they're offense leading to transition buckets. Plenty of transition buckets in that second quarter, and that really helped them get into the flow that they had. Defense also leads to transition buckets.
And in true Huron fashion, they're doing it with zones. They're comfortable.
That's the way you got to do it, doing it in all facets of the game. I'm pretty sure Coach Mo wouldn't agree with this, Nick, but I'm going to call that a perfect first half for the.
There's not much that they could have done different or done better. I mean, you're going to miss shots. That's the thing. Allow points. That's the thing that happens. But like you said, Jack DeMero, number 0 for the Dreadnoughts, he came out their first 13 points. They've completely shut him down.
A little bit, yeah, they've been struggling in that department. We're only able to score 7 points after DeMero scored those first 13.
There's Caden Morgan one more time. Up Simpson, the big, knocks that one out to Jack DeMero.
DeMero lost his touch from that first quarter.
Well, I also feel like that's one of the first times we've actually seen the chance to see him shoot, truly.
Yeah.
Like they've.
A little pause in action here. We had a player over here might have a blood.
Down there.
That actually happened on that missed alley-oop attempt by Huron. Him and Mac Moore kind of collided when he went up to go. He's got something going on, so he's going to head back to the locker room and get that checked out.
Yeah, and initially we said bloody nose, but just seeing him as we were walking away with that beautiful 4K camera, he was holding the side of his eye.
Oh, nice block.
Merrill, top of the key, cross over into the lane. Askew sending it over to Simpson, tries to force it, and then just over Kurzasawa.
DeMero's first 2 points.
Just to the adjustments. There's a shot outside. Caden Morning wide open, set up by Makari Moore.
You can't come down and get us. One of the things that has really impressed the coaching staff when it comes to Mac Moore, being willing to send pass from Mac there. He can do it all, Nick.
Yeah, Moore has a great awareness for everything going on around him. But still, this Huron team, not a one-trick pony, right? Like, I mean, everybody, maybe a little agitator, too. Why not?
A little pushing going back and forth here between Brown and DeMero. First quarter, get up in his face. You know what I mean? Be a little bit more physical. Make him not only earn his points, but earn even getting the ball. You know what I mean? Denial on the ball, not even letting him get it, has definitely slowed his game down. Take this NBA range 3 and get my rhythm back. And that's what he did on that last 3-pointer. But you got to reward yourself with defense here. And cock it back, though. Dom coming through with the one-hand windmill jam.
Just one more thing that kid.
With a vengeance right now against any and every opponent that they're going to see going into the playoffs. So
this transition offense just seems so smooth.
It's just what's so impressive to me with this Huron team is that going all in, giving it all 10s on both sides of the ball because they're not satisfied.
Yeah, work that much harder on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, because they want to score even more. And, you know, it's probably getting to that point where, you know, hey, this might be an opportunity to get my...
Court sends that one out to Morning now. Morning, happy to dribble, but it feels turnovers for the River Rats so far tonight.
No.
Coach Mo staying on him, though. Cash him. That's where it starts, right? It starts from the mentality up top and trickles down to the players.
Trickles down to the players, trickles down to this game, trickles down to your next.
Cash him. So there's no reason to think they can't do it one more time.
Yeah, they've definitely got the team. They've definitely got the studs who
get the ball in. Murphy does finally find his man, Oliver Hutchison.
Whoa. Jump ball, whistle blew.
Murphy into Reichner. Rats defense with him step for a step. Fender down low.
Another steal.
Sends that one way up to Brown. Brown draws contact on.
That is a credit to the astounding defense that Huron has been playing here tonight.
Building and building. They're not sitting back. They're not resting. They're playing whistle to whistle. And here we're going to see.
In the third quarter, or you know what? It's just time to let these other guys get some run with a 30-point lead.
Well, we saw this crew in the second, much unselfish basketball as their counterparts.
Solid point right there. And that goes back to what you were saying earlier about the depth of this bench, the depth of this team. Are going to go out here and ball no matter what, no matter who is on the court, and that is a testament to a well-coached team.
He'd give it a ride.
He tried it.
Yeah,
he tried it.
I would.
And look what it cost him. That's a 5-point swing right there. That's bad basketball.
Rats continuing that swarming defense. Kinley Poole.
Kinley Poole with the wide open look thanks to Sidney.
Yeah, you said it though. I mean, Sidney was wide open off the ball. He could have shot it himself. He had his pick.
Oh no. Oh, stop it.
And that one comes down. Caleb Brown with another bucket.
Putting his full game on display.
And Brown does. Second effort to fall.
Way to force. Letting them know good job on forcing that turnover.
12 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Dexter and the River Rats will take this monster lead heading into the fourth quarter. Stick around though, you never know what we're going to see on some more SPSN.
I'm here to save you.
Third, and they just never took the foot off the pedal, and that's why they have this substantial lead going into the fourth. And I'm curious to see if
this point, but they're still handling their business. They're taking care of things. I mean, that's an open shot there for Kinley Poole.
I mean, there's
DeMerrill there, no good on that three-point attempt.
You know, this game is pretty much out of reach, but you know what? Just go out here and just play each possession like you are only down by one possession. You know what I mean?
SEC Red right now. So just sticking with it, and you know, while you may take an L to the best team, scores underneath in the paint. More paint points for Sweeney.
They are 2 points away from a 40-point.
Infractions later.
That's why my major was journalism, my man.
Oh, yeah, that's why we all went into broadcasting.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. As we've discussed, leaning in for a foul, I don't think the referees are going to reward that.
No.
Just be aggressive, take the shot. Ben Murphy tried to spin that one under.
Yeah, these are the young bucks right here. I want to see how they get down. Ooh, step back. And I can see Coach Mo pulling them to the side if he wanted to or whatever to let him know. Get it in gear. I don't care.
This half-court set for the River Rats. They're taking their time, working their way into it. Still finds the open shot.
Thought I saw the travel before the foul, but hey, you know, I'm not down there on the court, so Huron.
And Huron, every single one of these players always has their hands in the right position.
You got hit somewhere. Looks like he's grabbing the back of his leg.
Step.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go.
Looking for a high trap defensively there. So the idea is you need to get back and look just as crisp defensively as your counterparts that are on the bench.
Because if you're not, I'm going to call you out in the film session. So
they're
still going to get maximum effort here.
Seems like a whole host of different teammates out there. DeMerrill from the right elbow knocks that one down. Yeah, one more bucket for Jake Granat, though.
Willis collecting his own. Yeah.
And in true Huron fashion, everybody down there crashing the board.
He is definitely very impressed by Jake Granat and the ability that he brings with his efficiency on the offensive end.
Another three-pointer. The varsity squad down there off of Getty's Road by not being fearless. That's just what you've got. Owen Winder, like it when the big man shoots the three. Rats back on the attack. One step into the lane, runs into Winder. Winder is not slowed down even.
Absolutely.
Just dwarfs Coach. Look at Coach in there. Like, I mean, Mark.
Yeah, yeah. These are some big boys out here or whatever, but Huron has not been intimidated. They have not backed down at all. In fact, they've been
everything that they want to do. Not intimidated by size, height, length at all. But Willis up top, fakes it, long three, Gurnett.
Playoff run. This kid can shoot. Coach Zach was very high on him and how efficient he is from the outside.
Layup, he thought he was smooth sailing, and Gurnett said, no, sir.
Nah, this is a block, son. Fall back.
That River Rat defense, just everything it's always been my entire life.
Oh, nice take, big.
We don't really need to talk about the score in any meaningful way. We can just kind of give an overview of the game, and we definitely want to talk about everybody that makes this possible. With JB Ricks, thank you everybody for tuning into this one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully liking, subscribing, and 6 seconds to go, and just a romp for the River Rats. Wouldn't you say, JB?
Absolutely, man. This is exactly what I was told was going to happen.
Keep the momentum going after this break. Give it to Gurnett.
Well, all the lights we used for the volley. I've got the battery pack.
I'll keep my phone powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Start a conversation is the best plan you can make.
Your performance tonight, how do you feel?
I think it's obnoxious. I can't lie. Like, they should just be back in the locker room. I think this is a light game. We're just getting prepared for Muskegon, you know?
You came in really early in the game tonight. What did Coach...
But as you saw, like, still shot, you know, still made it.
And then do you have any anticipation going in? Nick and JB with the wrap-up.
Great job, Soleil.
The player of the game, so good for him.
And I loved seeing his teammates all around him. They were jazzed for him. Everybody was excited. Everybody was cheering him on. Just
the Breslin Center, man. And after what happened last week, they know they have the team and the ability to do that. And that's what they're going to put on display